surviving culinary records of China's Qing Dynasty, you won't find a single instruction that tells you exactly how to bake a lotus seed cake. There are no precise measurements, no lists of temperatures or standardized cooking times. Recreating it requires synthesizing fragments of text, period techniques, and surviving artifacts to understand the daily rhythm of the kitchen. Our reconstruction centers on a quiet, whitewashed kitchen in 18th century Jiangnan. This region was known for its deep connection to the natural landscape, where the lotus plant provided both aesthetic beauty and a crucial food source. Curious, deliberate. Success here means stepping away from the strict math of modern baking. You have to rely on intuition, sensory cues, and a great deal of patience. The strongest evidence comes from a 1792 manual, the Sui Yuan Shidan, written for elite households. The manual gives a direct instruction: soak the mature, dried seeds in water until they soften enough that you can easily peel away their tough outer skins. Once the skin is gone, the cook carefully splits each pale seed open by hand, plucking out the tiny green germ hidden in the center. That green core carries an intense bitterness. If left inside, even one or two of those germs would overpower the delicate sweetness of the final dessert. This painstaking manual work defined Qing elite cooking. The raw ingredient was only half the equation. The cook's time and physical care were what made the dish possible. Moving inside to the warm glow of the hearth, the preparation shifts from physical labor to thermal control. The ancient manual dictates that the seeds must be cooked using steady, continuous heat. They are placed in a clay pot, covered tightly with a lid, and set over a carefully managed charcoal fire. Inside that vessel, the trapped steam and stable temperature work together, gently breaking down the hard seeds without violently boiling them into pieces. Because the lid stays firmly shut, the cook cannot see the food. They judge the progress of the seeds entirely by listening to the simmer and smelling the steam that escapes into the room. It is an exercise in absolute trust. The cook sets the conditions and then steps back, letting time and heat drive the transformation. When the seeds are soft enough to crush between two fingers, they are lifted from the pot, pounded in a stone mortar, and pushed through a fine sieve. This removes any lingering coarse fibers, leaving behind a completely smooth texture. From here, the reconstruction incorporates heritage techniques from the 19th century, moving the mixture into a wide copper wok. Over a steady flame, the cook slowly folds in rock sugar and a small amount of plant oil. The paste thickens, pulls away from the sides of the copper, and takes on a rich golden sheen. Through hours of sorting, peeling, pounding, and sweetening, the raw agricultural roughness of the seed disappears. What remains is a dense, elevated confectionery base. To give the dessert its form, we look to the traditional carved wooden molds that were standard across Qing bakeries. The fragrant, thickened paste is pressed firmly into the wooden cavity. When knocked out, the surface of the cake carries the imprint of flowers, clouds, or symbols used for formal celebrations. Plating the cake on era-appropriate servingware, like a bright yellow glazed Jingdezhen porcelain dish, anchors the dessert in a specific moment. The finished cake brings together the harvest of the lotus pond, the meticulous craft of heritage pastemaking, and the aesthetics of the era's decorative arts. The beautifully finished golden dessert rests quietly on a rustic wooden table, glowing in the warm afternoon sun. This revival relies on cultural intuition rather than precise math. It proves that a lost recipe can be authentically recovered through its original principles. This level of effort was rarely for everyday snacking. A dish like this was crafted specifically to honor guests and family, with the labor required to create it serving as the highest form of respect. History remains alive in the warm, fragrant hospitality of a shared meal.